Yes.
If we all worked under the guidance of your light, each and every one of us can be light. We ask for your grace to bless this meeting. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm doing my best. All right, agenda revisions. Were we able to get Lindy's request on here to the council members?
I didn't change the agenda, but I posted Wednesday. Any agenda revision y'all could do tonight.
Okay,
I
so
would just, we can put it to the next meeting, Mayor.
okay. I do have one item I want to add. I do have a resolution that I want to add for the appointment for the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Put that under your.
Yep. That'd be fine. Yeah. Accept a motion to add this to the agenda. Second. So we got Councilman Dolbear, Councilman Giltner, first and second to add to the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opposed,
Yes.
like. Thank you. Bill's on. All right. Everyone got the memo on the approval of minutes. The minutes are going to be a little delayed. Mayor's reports and announcements. I got this. My appointments. I'm for 4-year term for the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'll read it out since the audience didn't get a chance to see it. Resolution of the City of Louisiana Council providing consent to the mayor's appointments to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Whereas the mayor has the authority to make appointments to Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Louisiana, Missouri. And whereas the council has the consent to say appointments by the mayor, and whereas the mayor wishes to seek council's consent for the following appointments to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri as follows. Section 1, the mayor hereby appoints and the City Council hereby consents to the following appointments for the Planning and Zoning Commission for a term of 4 years or a 4-year term. Terry Rule, Doris Henderson, Glenda Sherman, John Phillips, Robert Brown, and Woodrow Polston. Section 2, the commission will elect its own chairperson and secretary from amongst their members. Section 3, this resolution shall become effective upon its approval by the City Council and execution by the mayor.
Was that this is the the total, are there any other members of P and Z now that are currently, I mean, I'm the liaison.
You and me. So let's, we'll get to the discussion here. I'll entertain a motion. And, motion by Councilman Ringhausen,
Second.
second by Councilman Dolbear. Discussion. So right now, the minimum planning and zoning is 5 members plus the mayor if he so wishes, and a council person if the council person so wishes. Maximum membership is up to 15 members, not including the mayor and a council person.
Didn't Vicky Cavall already on this at one point in time?
I put out an email and a post and stuff and reached out to individuals. So if she's interested, we got eight open seats. And that, it's just trying to get everyone to commit and get them on the hook.
Okay, but filling 4 years is so long.
And the thing about that, that's the term, but we understand that the terms can, if someone resigns and so forth, that's we almost should have treated it like a brand new mission because it's all empty. We probably should have did 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but the ordinance says 4 years term. So without getting into the weeds, I let all the members know, what the conditions are, and they can, like I said, I'm not going to hold anyone to that. Right? Any other discussion? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Opposed, like sign. Resolution. One item, everyone received notification of the resignation of the city treasurer, right? So section 115.140, settlement of accounts. I emailed both Kelly and Charity on this section, and I'm going to appoint someone to actually represent myself, and then Charity has an opportunity to pick someone. Maybe it's of her choice, but it's probably going to be the auditors to represent herself, so we can clear the books. So, right now, I got Guy out looking to see if he will submit a proposal, and I'll be looking at a couple other places if he's not interested. That's who I'm looking at personally right now for Guy. All right, that's all I have. The administrator.
Okay, first thing that we have is on this agenda is the minor subdivision request. Georgia and Sunoco Drive, and everybody to request. We need to note the minutes do not having it P and Z, which is staff. The attorneys for the city stating it's proper to take the approval straight to the city council. So that's where that's at. So I guess I'll field any questions that we would have on this point. So it's it would be, I would call it the southeast corner of the intersection of Sunoco Drive in Georgia Street. Little brown building, but safety runs auto body shop. There's a lot there, yes.
A lot or a lot?
There is one lot, one large lot. They want to subdivide. Yeah. And I included that map, that survey in the emails. Whenever we have it, so I guess we're looking for approval for that.
Entertain a motion to accept the minor subdivision request. Georgia Sunoco Drive. Got a first. And Councilman Roberts, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. All right, Bill, you say yes?
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, passes.
So the next thing, shouldn't be on there. This is an in-house item that needs to be cleaned up. With the lease purchase agreement with PVP. Skipping down, also sent out an email, for approval of the contract for the rescue funds. Now, as you know, I put down 3 options. There may be more. Where it's at, we put it out the first time, got no bidders, put it out again, got 1 bidder. And so this is where we're at. So I guess I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking for approval and then which option that we want to use on this. And I guess there's room for other options should somebody want to come up with a different idea.
Who was the only successful bidder? Who was it?
Mailer.
Which man was making them?
Yes.
Georgie? The, this kind of priority, the way it's listed, is that
Those are our priorities, yes.
under option 1, the remaining street work, would that be in the area that we're doing the sewer work, or is that?
No, because the sewer work that we're doing is sewer work and repair work. So that's already included in the bid.
Kelly, you got a question as far as prepping stone and block? Is this associated with the fees that we paid out in December and January?
I would say so, yes. I know we paid some fees along the way for design and getting it ready for bid.
And those were for all these? The design work was for all of it?
Yes, I would say so. I think there's a total of 59,000 in design work and, prepping it for bid, prepping the documents.
Gotcha.
What is where it says at the end, option 3, is there remaining materials and city? Oh, so what would that be installing?
I'm sorry, I left out part of it. That would be for the next one on the list.
So Mailer would do Tennessee and 14 Cemetery. The Hillview one would be the 6th. Gotcha.
Roughly. Oh my. Probably about 900, 1,200.
So the option 1 and 3 remain entirely within the ARPA fund. Option 2 would get more done, but it would require 116. Is that money that one way or another we need to spend on enterprise things anyway?
Well, you would have to get into your unrestricted reserves on enterprise, which it usually is somewhere between 250 and 300, so it takes a pretty good chunk of it. But I felt that needed to be one of the options that was considered.
What, about how much a year do we replenish to that unrestricted fund?
And it just comes and goes. There are years that, we can get 75 in there, and there are years that, we may lose that 75, just depending on what happens, what goes on.
Drawing down roughly half and,
40% anyway.
2 to 3 year payback to get back to where we are.
Very, very possible, yes.
My first thought is using it towards the sewer projects as much as we can. I mean, we're all obviously always going to have paving needs, but we do have a program where we knock some of that off every year. But that was just kind of my first thought. I'm not saying I'm stuck on that, but, you don't have the shot with the sewer work as often. It's true. And we certainly could use it because it doesn't get any newer, it doesn't fix itself. That's true.
Usually with option two, is get
Well, either,
more work done while we're doing it.
I'm leaning towards 2 or 3.
Still get more done.
The problem, you know, it's kind of 6 one, half a dozen the other. It's, we're gonna stretch our crews to put the work in, which, you know, or draw down the reserves. What's an estimated 900 feet? What's an estimated construction time on that? You know, Kelly?
Well, that's, and this is not so much under any streets, just a little bit of it is. Most of it runs in between Hillview and it goes up through that woods at the bottom of Lane. So what, of Lane.
Okay. Do we have something that would give us an accurate unrestricted reserve amount that we got today?
I don't know, Charity's not here.
He's on Zoom
She's
then.
on Zoom.
She may be able to look that up pretty close, but I know on Enterprise, it's gonna
ballpark.
be 250.
That's what we've got right now.
Kelly, I see the funds due 323,000 plus. When's that to be? Or what is it?
I don't, let me see if I can go back. See if I can find what he's asking.
Under the ARPA funds, the ledger at the bottom, current.
Oh, when are those due in?
Yes.
Well, they should have already been here. Was my understanding that we would, got the shot last May and that we was gonna get another shot this May. And then talking with the person who is, who kind of knows about those things with ARPA, he talked like that we should be getting them at any time, but
Well, should we do anything until we get the funds? We should have them on hand before we do it, shouldn't we?
so either that or approve it per getting those funds in. Because that bid's only good for so long.
You hold them up, that prices are gonna start.
When's Mayor wanting to start?
I think that they're wanting to start this fall.
Fall.
So, well, that's.
How close, the stepping bone or Stone and Bach, give on their bid estimates when they design this?
Whenever I would say that this come in at least twice what their estimates were originally. But that's pretty common right now. It's just like that road, that bypass road that's been up $1 million since they got their grant money. I mean, it's just blowing up, so.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Between D and N.
Yeah, that road they got money for now, it's already up $1 million from whenever they got it, so it's just.
I'm reworking bids every day that I did just last year and it's 50%.
Yeah. Increase, yeah.
Okay, liabilities, current. We got 20,000 on administration and 4,400 on grant administration. Explain that, please.
So on the construction admin and observation, that's your engineers do that, your engineering firm does that. Oversee the construction. There's more paperwork that has to be done.
They send that to us.
During the construction, yeah, we get copies of everything. That's right. And then we signed up with Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments because the ARPA rules are very deep and they change all the time, and felt that this was a good insurance policy to have them administrate.
Part of that 20,000 is part of that Mark Twain. goes to Mark.
No, the $4,430 goes to Mark.
Goes to Mark Point.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
And I put it up too because we paid them a little bit, but she told me on the phone there's a possibility that they had done some changing and they may not be charging small cities, but I still felt like that I needed to budget it just because it wasn't a for sure thing yet.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the council's pleasure. I mean, I would offer a recommendation or suggestion. It's your all's decision. We can always, I know we received the bids and y'all may have some questions that we haven't even thought of yet. You want to ask Kelly about the whole project, but the suggestion is that we can later this week or whenever ASAP or tonight, you have some time to review all the documentation and ask those one-on-one questions. And Paul stuff, I mean, if the council wanted to do that. It's your all's pleasure.
How long is the bid good for?
I remember 60 days.
How long have we had it?
And I think that we've had it for 25th. So I think that we've had it for close to 30, but I think that would work. I mean, we have a special meeting to talk about that with them. But again, that's one reason that I sent these out early and was looking for some feedback from some people, and I got no feedback back. So I just wanted to clarify to everybody in agreement this, we just didn't pop this on everybody tonight.
Well, I'm definitely opposed to approving anything that we haven't received. Because I know how that process goes, through time, and if Kelly does too. So I think for the sake of, us getting our funds and so forth, that, that we not do anything until we receive the funds. Or we can approve it and when we get the funds.
Well, if we do it that way, we could make the motion to approve it pending funds, and that'd be a smart thing to do, to lock that bid in.
Yeah, because otherwise people lose the bid.
Yeah, but I mean, if we want to wait till the second meeting, that feels appropriate as well.
So
Was there a date on the contract that, or on the bid that stated, the end of it when they was null and void?
Yeah, I think the bid was good, I think for 60 days.
60 days, okay.
So the only concern I'd have with moving forward, just because we want to make the bid good, is if we get caught in a trick bag and we don't receive the monies, so we're on the hook with the contractor still, regardless. So even though we may be trying to get a timeline for the bid to make it good, if that makes any sense.
Do we have any way to know, like, if the funds are still coming in?
We called, Charity called the people who handle that. And that's where we got the updated amount of funds that are supposed
So
to.
they are coming, it's just a matter of when.
Right.
Okay.
Is it possible to make, because we've got enough on hand already for Tennessee and 14. And so could we, I mean, would contractors do the kind of thing where you could make the second part of the job contingent upon receiving those funds?
Right, and we're gonna have to anyway, because, we have bids for everything that you have listed, and of course, we can't do. So if you wanted to do Tennessee and 14, and then make Cemetery Road contingent upon receiving those funds, we just wouldn't let them do the work until we receive funds.
There may be,
That sounds-
material costs, we may get into a little situation. If we do that, they'll probably, they won't obviously order the materials. So if, let's just say we're 2 months down the road.
True.
So,
Stuff's
and
still
I'm not saying we shouldn't do it that way. I think I'm fine doing it that way. Just be aware that we may,
And PVC pipe looks like Bitcoin on the stock market right now.
which, petroleum products are kind of easing a little bit, so. Maybe we'll have that issue, but that's the potential issue we might get. But,
Yeah, either way,
What's the
we wait for it,
longest
and we'll-
you experienced, delays, Kelly, on materials.
Oh, my. We have some brass items that are back ordered from October right now.
I guess I'm kind of feeling like, going with the option 2. Rather than. I guess 2 or 3, it just, I hesitate to strap. City crew because they've got the system, everything to maintain. We've been fortunate through the years that our city department has done a lot of actual construction as our end time. Not many cities do it that way, but so I guess what I'm really saying, I'm probably leaning more towards option 2, but I'm not.
Billy, I knew we had.
Well, could we talk? Could we possibly hold up on this until Kelly finds out any more about the funds? I'm very leery about doing
Well-
anything until we have money.
Let me throw out this. I'm in agreement. Nick kind of pointed out, we have the funds to do Tennessee in 14. I mean, if we wanted to go ahead and utilize contingencies, option 1, we pay for everything. We got everything and we've got stuff left over for street work. Versus option 2, where we're dipping into our reserves. Because no matter which option we go with, I'd probably be willing to bet with anyone that we're gonna have some sort of overage and some contingency stuff that we're gonna have to deal with after the fact, possibly. And where do we get that at? Well, it's gonna come out of our reserves. But
If we went with option 3, 142,000, before we dive into our portion of it, we can see what we've got left, and, if we only have 135.
And it's not gonna take.
Right.
I just want to remain aware, because I have those. Where exactly it's not gonna take that kind of materials all the way.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of working myself up to strap the city crews now. But it's all, it's.
And that doesn't mean there's a little bit of that can't be contracted out, like the big clearing, the area that we need. I'm sorry, the clearing of the big brush, there may be some small little contracting things that happen.
Get it cleared where all you got.
Yeah, some things like that, yes. And there's a kind of a tough section, I don't want to bore everybody, but right behind the lane, that cul-de-sac, it is right on the edge of kind of a bluff. And it's a little bit dangerous digging right there, so it may be, may have to.
Could we approve option 3 with an award of the work on Tennessee and 14th, and the remainder of the work contingent on
Receiving funds, I don't know.
I think I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, at least we know we have that money there.
That way we're only committing to spend what we've already got, making the award so that the contractor knows once the funds come in, and I think our only exposure there is just any fluctuation that we may see in material.
Kelly,
Enterprise money is gonna be used on some of them.
Under option 3, we would not be tapping into enterprise reserves. We'd
only
leave
2.
Yeah.
But Don, if you did have to tap into it, it would be enterprise monies.
Yeah.
It would be enterprise monies if you had to tap in. Nothing on the city side.
Okay. Well.
Kelly.
If we,
sorry, could I also suggest, if you guys are gonna make a motion to approve, that you include that it will be on terms approved by myself and Greg, that way we can just make sure all this stuff is in the contract.
I was gonna suggest that as well. I mean, council ought to approve the contract. Right now, tonight, we're just approving what option we're wanna go with.
we'd be approving an award. Now, I'm sure there's contract documents that were issued with the bid package. And then, you know, a lot of that information, bonding and that type of thing. Once the award is made, then the contractor prepares it's kind of the second phase of the contract documents. And they'll execute on their end, the city for execution.
Right.
Yeah, so there still is
Whatever.
one more.
And I know personally, I'd like to review that myself as well.
Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So you wanna make that motion?
Uh,
You said you worded it so well over there.
That means I have to remember what I said.
Yeah.
You said where this one?
Now you're wrong.
I will make a motion to award the work spelled out under option 3 to Baylor and Sons with authorization to construct Tennessee and 14th Street portion of the project, with the remainder of the work being authorized to construct upon receipt of the final ARPA funds. Also subject to review and approval of the contracts by city representation.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, please. I'd like to have a little clarification. I'm still on the 7.5% that we added to the water bill this time. Will this affect the sewer part of it on from the enterprise money? In other words, is there a possibility we're gonna have a 7.5% increase on sewer?
That was already in front of you before this.
This isn't having anything to do with the rate structure, and with the option, the motion that we proposed, we're not tapping into any enterprise funds, so we're not reducing any of the unrestricted enterprise funds.
Okay,
These are standalone.
well, that's because that'll be coming. We haven't voted on the 7.5% sewer, have we?
No, just water.
I didn't think we had.
Got a question? Any other? I'm Gary talking, I didn't want to step on there. So as far as with this work being completed, are we adding any service to anybody, or is this just an improvement to service?
This is just to continue to provide service.
So it's an improved, yeah, okay. The only other thing on your motion, I don't know, Wendy, if we need to spell it out or not, but I think on the option, right, was the total of $425,723 is the maximum of the award. Do we need to put that in the motion as well? Can
I would, yeah, if somebody just wants to amend to include the number.
I'll amend the contract award to Baylor and Sons at a total of $425,723. With the remaining $132,1375.
Okay, and then Mary can just be voted on as amended.
do I have to have a second then? So all those in favor to the amendment or as amended, we'll do, any more discussion, then we'll take the vote. Excuse me. Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, like sign. Passes. That it, Kelly?
Yeah.
Why do we never get to like vote on stuff like that? That seems like a lot of money.
Please. Police chief's report.
He's out sick.
You got sick? Is anyone here?
Oh, another
Police department?
I've got the police report here. Oh, I haven't.
Oh, that's all.
We're not having one?
I think the only report you guys are saying is the
The
municipal court.
municipal. Go back.
This is the only report we have from municipal court.
That's what I got, municipal divisional summary report form. Monthly caseload. Report. Total cases, I gotta have somebody read it, so I can't decide about it. I'm trying to find it.
Councilman Roberts, what month is that on that report?
Yeah, June 1st through June 30th. Where are we at here?
Yeah.
Cases for pending at the start of the month, alcohol, drug related, 24, other traffic, 694, non-traffic, 205. Cases filed, alcohol and drug, 1, other traffic, 224, non-traffic, 9. Cases disposed, we're at 0, then jury trial, 0s. Court bench trial guilty, 0s, court bench trial not guilty, 0s. Pleaded guilty in court, alcohol and drug, 0, other traffic, 11, non-traffic, 0. Violations, bureau citations and bond forfeiture by court order, alcohol and drug, 0, other traffic, 39, non-traffic, 3. Dismissed by court, 0s. I don't even know how the hell you say that.
I can't see it.
Nolly prosecutor. How do you even say that, Nick?
Nolly
Say
Cross.
Nolly Cross.
Okay, thank you. Nolly Cross. Alcohol and drug is 0, other traffic is 23, non-traffic is 4. Certified for jury trial, not heard in municipal division, 0s. Total case depositions, alcohol and drug is 0, other traffic 73, non-traffic 7. Citations pending at the end of the month, pending caseload, alcohol and drug 25, other traffic 845, non-traffic 207. Trial de novo and or appeal applications filed, 0s. Want to go through all of them here?
Notes and stuff.
And I know all council members received a copy of it.
Yeah.
If there's any questions.
I wish I believe our new prosecutor's been working pretty hard this month to bring that those pending cases over 1,000. Has been working hard to bring those down. She's made it through many of the.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Nick, because a lot of the caseload that she has picked up on is prior to her appointment. She's supposed to start in July, so she's taking up casework. Goes all the way back to February and March, bringing them up to speed. So she's keeping track of her time, so we may, she may present that to the council just to, for considerations for the cost of going backward. Is there a sergeant at arms in the room?
Yeah.
Where is it? All right, thank you. All right. Police, or excuse me, fire chief's report.
I don't know, I didn't see one.
I couldn't even find it. Anyway,
All right, council committee reports, infrastructure, ground, street, sidewalk committee.
well, we pretty well covered a lot of what we have going on with the infrastructure as far as the bids he's got coming in. mainly just getting the work going there. I can't think of anything else seriously pressing. Rodney, do you think of anything offhand?
So as I said in the email that I sent, because I thought this maybe got held off with those, but now after the decision tonight, that'll let me go ahead and move forward, getting those out.
Okay.
The only other comment that I would add is that kudos to our city workers for a fantastic cleanup job at 18th Street in Georgia. It's now looks nice and is safe. It's been dangerous for so long.
It's true, they did a very nice job there. Other than that, I don't have anything offhand.
Okay. Public Safety and Police Hiring Committee.
We had one individual that I was notified of yesterday. Excuse me, Friday. That we need to talk to sometime this week. And I guess Will is sick right now, so I've been talking to him this afternoon. I'll do that in the morning first thing and see where it's at. I think there is. Where is this? Starting ours.
He's writing down the. You might know.
Yeah.
Who's the new young man who's working out there? Yeah. Wait. Wayful horse. He started just this week, wasn't he? No, he's working.
Yeah, it was last council.
Yeah, he's been working for some time. And then there's someone else that I think we're gonna be talking to this coming week.
Candidate, they didn't want to release their name.
And that's fine. So as soon as it's official that they're free, then we'll talk to them. You can post it.
All right. Ordinance Committee.
I think these probably we can stick under the new business mostly, right? I think we'll be going over the ordinances, or do we want to work on them and pass them here?
We can do it under whatever the council's pleasure.
We're gonna do eventually.
Let's do it now.
I put it off, so I gotta do it.
Save it for later when we have it. All right, so first one we've got is the 2022 adopting ordinance. We went over all these in committee, but I'll give, I guess first I'll make a motion for first reading of the 2022 adopting ordinance. An ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances of the city of Louisiana, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as herein expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalty for the violation thereof, providing when this ordinance shall become effective. Now I'll give the quick summary. This is just every year it's sort of a house cleaning thing that
We have to do it yearly.
yeah, we get rid of things that are in there that maybe are outdated by simply readopting everything that's in force. By getting rid of things that are no longer in force. And all the exceptions that are listed are basically things that are passed by ordinance but don't get codified in the code. Things that are not amendments to, we've already got codified. Anybody have any other questions?
All that's identified on this list, right? That you provided already,
Yeah.
the summary.
And this is standard language. I didn't even prepare this myself. This is I believe through the same general code. That also provided the statutory updates that we're going over.
All right, here a motion to approve.
Yeah.
We
How about-
second.
Who seconded? Yes, second. Did you get that, memory?
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
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 Got a roll call. Oh, sorry. We're gonna take the roll. My apologies.
Mr. Sedar,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Ardno.
Yes.
Mr. Gilmer,
Yes.
Mr. Pajot,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes. All right, so I'll make a motion. for
Sorry,
second-
memory, can you call, Mr. Sutter, if you're online, you have to have your video on when you vote under 610, sorry.
Okay.
I do say yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion for the second reading of the 2022 adopting ordinance. An ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances for the city of Louisiana, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as here and expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalties for violation thereof, and providing that this ordinance shall become effective.
Second.
Got a first and a second. Any discussion?
It just said on the screen that it made me slow down. When read.
It's the second reading, so, and we printed it, so
I don't know, that's just what it said on the screen.
call the
Just-
roll,
just the
please.
title of it.
Mr. Sudar,
Yes.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Ardno,
Yes.
Mr. Gilmer,
Yes.
Pajot,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes.
Bill 7125 is duly approved and adopted this date.
All right, the next one on the agenda is the repeal and replace chapter 120, conflicts of interest. Again, as we went over at the, I should make the motion. Make a motion for first reading of an ordinance to repeal and replace chapter 120, conflicts of interest of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, county of Pike, Missouri.
Second.
Have a first and a second discussion.
All right, so as we went over at the committee meeting, I don't believe that there are any changes to this. It's just that every year we specifically adopt this to show that we adhere to a conflict of interest policy.
Any other questions? Take the roll, please.
Mr. Sudar,
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Ardno,
Yes.
Mr. Gilmer,
Yes.
Mr. Pajot,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes. I'll make a motion then for a second reading of an ordinance to repeal and replace chapter 120, conflicts of interest of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, county of Pike, Missouri.
Second.
Have a first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, take the roll.
Sudar,
Yes.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Ardno,
Yes.
Mr. Gilmer,
Yes.
Mr. Pajot,
Yes.
Roberts,
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes.
Bill 7176 is duly approved and adopted this date.
Which was the statutory update, and is that included in the
That's part of the adopted ordinance.
We discussed them separately at the committee. Sorry about that. All right, then, the last one we have here is a new one. We discussed this as well at committee. So let's start with the first reading. Make a motion for first reading of ordinance to amend section 210.130 of Title I of the Government Code, Code of Ordinances, City of Louisiana. Well, no, that shouldn't say the government code. It should say Public Health, Safety, and Welfare of the Code of Ordinances, City of Louisiana, Missouri, relating to animal license and registration, fee and certificate.
I'll say it with an amendment to the title.
What's it gonna say? Brings to the government code.
I believe, let me check real quick. It should say
It's
public
public
health, safety.
Still Title I.
Yeah.
No, Title II,
Title II. Public.
health, safety, and welfare.
Nick, can you resend that to me, please?
The what?
Resend
The
it to
title, resend it to me so I can update it.
No, I'll make a note to send it in a minute.
All right, we have a first and a second. Any discussion?
So here we had a request specifically for dogs and cats which have not been spayed or neutered. The fee, yearly fee is $35. As previously stood, that fee would be prorated I believe it was after January of each year. And so we had a complaint that, you know, if you come in with 2 months or 1 month left, you're paying $17.50 for basically 2 months. So what we did was we just adopted, or if we pass this, we will be adopting a month by month proration. And so with $35, that almost divides evenly into $3 a month. So June is the full fee of $35, as it stood before. Then July goes down $2 to $33. Every month after that, it goes down $3 evenly through May. This does not affect the fee for spayed and neutered cats and dogs, which is only $5.
Any other questions? Take the roll, please.
Mr. Sedars,
Yes.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Ms. Ardno,
Yes.
Mr. Gilmer,
Yes.
Mr. Peugeot,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes.
And I'll make a motion for a second reading. An ordinance to amend section 210.130 of Title II, Health, Safety, and Welfare Code of Ordinances, City of Louisiana, Missouri, relating to animal license and registration fee and certificate, as we previously amended.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, take the roll.
Sedars,
Yes.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Ms. Ardno,
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yes.
Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Ringhouse.
Yes.
That's all I've got.
Can
All
you
right.
make sure the city collector gets a copy of this?
Is that for dogs and cats?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, Economic Development and Tourism Committee.
So Henderson Park is still being worked on. I did get a hold of the Rotary Club. They said that the gentleman who was working on it just got too hot. He wasn't able to continue work at the time, and now they're just having a little bit of a trouble remotivating him to get back up there work. But it's still in the process of being done.
And at all?
I mean, Dollar Tree's going forward too. They're stocking shelves and should be open, they said, pretty quick in the next couple of weeks. So we'll have the Dollar Tree and the Family Dollar open here soon. So,
All right.
yay.
Thank you.
Do you have to cut 2 ribbons?
No. I only have one giant pair of scissors.
Housing, Health, Senior Services, and Disadvantage Committee.
We've got a number of houses that we are continuing to work on. Meanwhile, I have kind of a mini report from city inspector. He did 5 building permits, 14 violations, which were like pools, weeds, and etc. 16 inspections, and that doesn't include multiple inspections at Dollar Tree. 5 summons he still has to issue. 3 demos, which are private, not city involved. 4 sidewalk grants. There are still grants available if people are interested in those. 8 yards by the city. Replaced a drop box at the library. He took over 87 photos this month on violation reports and spent a lot of time working with the street departments. So that's basically all I have.
What's the grants that you're talking about?
Sidewalk grants.
Or so that's our program. That's our program.
Our program, right.
Yeah, so it's the landowner pays for the material.
Just off
No, we pay for the materials. They pay for the
Or do it themselves, however.
That's it.
All right. Community and Employee Relations Committee.
I know that we are wanting to recognize the man of the Momo music, Mr. John White.
Bill.
Or Bill, John, Bill? I wrote down the wrong name, excuse me, Mr. Bill White. Is he not here?
No. So, yeah, Bill White and the Louisiana Historic Society, the museum. Yeah, the museum, so, and, yeah.
And then you had Employee you'd like to recognize?
Yeah, the employee I didn't, he's not unable to attend tonight. I was gonna give Marvin first. He's works on the grounds crew. During the July 4th weekend, he put in a lot of effort and overtime over getting everything in order for the events that day. And I just want to give him kudos for being out there, hot as it was and everything else. So it's, I just wanted him to get that recognition.
Other than that, unless we have anything new,
That's it? All right. Tree commission,
Nothing new,
nothing new?
How was it? Where did that figure out the park?
not well. I don't know if somebody fell on it, or if it was vandalized, but all the way at the very bottom. It broke, it was a little bit at the top. And then later I went back and it was just flat on the ground.
or
I
it could have
don't
been
know.
hit by a lot.
I don't think so, because it looked cracked, not cut.
It will, just make sure to get it with a tire and it was.
Yeah, I guess it was a tire, went under, was that the deck or something?
How big was the tree when you put it in?
About up on my chin.
Inch caliper. Yeah.
Pretty small.
All right. Historic preservation commission,
Waiting on paperwork from any business that wants to proceed with anything. They have to bring it to us.
so as far as holding the committees meetings, as far as for historic preservation, do y'all just have standing meetings monthly, or you just wait for action that needs to be taken?
I can answer you, and it doesn't matter.
Go for it.
Okay, when Jeff tells us that we have something that's pressing, we have our meetings in that meets the state requirements of meetings. If there is something that needs to be consulted or discussed, we do meet for that. If the building needs to be, have some maintenance done or anything like that, I mean, we do reach out to them, especially if buildings that are falling down George Street, which we have quite a bit. We meet for that. We discuss possibilities, try to get a hold of business owners, giving them opportunity to state their side, move forward. Otherwise, if anybody has wants some signage or upgrades to their building, if it's not maintenance, we have them just fill out their certifications of certificates of appropriateness. We can see from there.
So the reason I asked wasn't necessarily, I mean, I understood what the HPC does. There is a minimum number of meetings you have to have, right? Okay,
Yeah, we've already met that for this year.
all right. Thank you. All right, old business. We already took care of this old business, didn't we, or did we not, Nick?
What was that?
Is this item under old business? Is this something that we need to look at, or?
That was something that, from what I recall, there wasn't anybody who wanted to take up the sponsorship of that since, Josh was on. If somebody does, send me an email with the way you'd like to see it, and we'll get it back on.
So we won't put it on future agendas unless there's someone who's sponsored.
So for everybody's understanding, if you don't pass this bill number, it falls. And then it has to be renumbered and reposted and everything.
Yeah.
Regardless if you don't change anything now. And that's why it's back on there until y'all think we're done with this.
Sounds like it's done with it.
All right, new business. Hearing no new business, we have Mr. Henry wants to talk about the favoritism and corruption.
Make it.
Yes, the city council members get to use city property to have it worked on and store them for 5 days. Tiffany Ardeno's car sit out to the dog pound from Saturday to Wednesday night, and then the police chief come out in a police car, the dog car, the $50,000 police dog car we bought with another officer. And they was out there working on it from around 7 o'clock to about 10:30 that night. And at one time, there was 4 officers out there. Now, why wasn't the vehicle towed to her residence and worked on? Why was it left to sit on city property? Is that her being a council member? Well, she shouldn't even be a council member. She was not living in Ward 2 when she run. The person that run against her should be sitting in that seat. Now, how come her car gets to sit out to the dog pound for 5 days and then there's witnesses, everybody, you see saying it, they sit out there from 7 o'clock to 10 working on her vehicle at the dog pound. Now, why wasn't that vehicle towed before then? If it didn't run, it should have been towed to her house to work on, not sit out to the dog pound for 5 days.
My car would have got towed.
Anybody else's car would have got towed. And then Kathy Smith's house, ex-mayor, she got to move into her house while she was a council member, and the house has never passed inspection. It still hasn't passed inspection. I took pictures of it a year ago and posted on the internet. 30 minutes later, they're down there with weed eaters, chainsaws, cutting and stuff. It still didn't meet code. It still does. It was grown up again just a couple of weeks ago when we was cleaning the riverfront up. I happened to mention it. The next day, boy, they's up there and cut the weeds on one side. I mean, my house, I was told that I had 30 days to get it to meet code. If not, I was going to be evicted from the premises until the house met code. And how come it's been on? And she sat right there in that chair when she was appointed mayor, not elected, and stated that the reason she didn't let me talk, that may have been part of it, because I was bringing up the fact that she's living in a house that has never passed code and still hasn't passed code. Now, why does her rental property get special treatment? This has got to be the code enforcement officer or the city council's just letting them get away with it. Now, how come she gets to let her car sit out there for 5 days? I mean, you're my council representative. Can you give me any answers for that? Does that give her special treatment to be a council member, to be able to just set her car on city property as long as she wants?
And Jones has already made it clear she's a volunteer, so if they help her, she gets special accommodations.
I mean, it's not right. And the house, like I said, it's black. It's one of the worst. I was told by Nick, one house of Kathy's is painted, but the other 3 sides aren't painted. But I was told by Nick at a council meeting when Kathy was mayor and he did the speaking for her, that you didn't have to paint brick. Even if the paint's chipping off of it and it looks like crap, you still don't got to paint it. Now, is that true?
I don't think I said.
Yes, you did. You sit right there. It's on video. You said that it's brick. You don't have to paint brick. Your quote, your exact words. But the fact is, she's lived in that house for almost 3 years. It has never met code. It should have met code before she was able to move in it. Has her landlord been fined? He's been sending any letters stating that it hasn't met code? People in this town are sick and tired, and she helped pass the ordinances that she is thumbing her nose at and ignoring.
And Jeff Wimmeller's new since
And
about 3
people in
months
this
ago.
town are getting tired of council passing these ordinances, and then certain people that work for the city and certain council members don't have to abide by them. And when you bring it up and complain, you don't get no answers.
They can't even look at you.
Yeah, you got city employees complaining about people yelling at her and cussing and stuff. And then she gets up and yells and cusses at me sitting right there minding my own business. But that's okay. But Jacob, he had to have the cops come up with him every time he come to City Hall because she said he yelled at her. People in this town are getting sick and tired of this. How come Kathy Smith's house gets special treatment? How come she gets to park her stuff and gets the police chief to work on it with a $50,000 police car sitting up there the whole time?
Or other officers getting called.
And there was 4 officers there all together at one time.
Thank you.
Now, I get to speak again since it says here that the other people can speak. Well, I want some answers. I mean, I've been asking these questions for months and nobody's giving me any answers. Why do people that on the council get special treatment?
All right.
I'm getting this stuff.
You don't let other people talk.
Yeah, it's open to the public on any matter pertinent to city business. So what we're kind of look at on that is, I'm going to say something before we get going a little bit is, a lot of the stuff, does require some of that one-on-one communication with the council people in your ward and stuff, but the best course of action And as always, to express your concerns to the council, but also to submit something in writing. If you get something in writing, then there is an expectation of some sort of a response.
Well, I will write it up tomorrow.
So, but I just wanted to put that out there.
We say it over and over again. They hear us over and over again, and they say nothing back.
Well, it's just our process and procedures. No individual council person can take action by themselves. I can't take action on a lot of things without council consent. So there's a process.
That's
So
the problem.
council, what do y'all think of? Hold on.
No.
How many? And this will lead back to the police department. Emily, are you still in there? Okay. Raise your hand if you have a grandkid, a kid, or a spouse that lives in this town.
I do.
How many? Everybody in here knows how I feel about Louisiana Police Department. What they've done from driving through parks and all their corrupt stuff. I'm trying to keep this in terms that don't disrespect ones like Dawn, that I have respect for. However, this man was called to my house the other night because we have a man living next to us who just got out, 20 years, everything under the sun. I had one call, or Corey had one call after another. Following 16-year-olds in, following women home, from approaching them in Dollar General, following them home, watching them sitting outside their house. My kids have not been home in 4 days. Oh, Nick. Twice in the past week, me and Corey have drove for 2 to 3 hours. Not a damn cop in sight.
Work on Tiffany's car.
Stop. I don't need, like, the person can quit right now. I get what they did to her was crap, but this could be anybody's kid. We have, they're being filed. Go ahead. 2 hours. We drove around twice. What's his name that was with you?
Lovely.
Yes, he seen the blood coming, so did he, out of my daughter's mouth. These two assured her they would be in our neighborhood. Yesterday, he called the cops on me. I don't care. Said I threatened his life, whatever. So then we talked to Penrod, right? He's been in the area. So I come down after call after call, I round all these kids and their parents up. With him and, what is it again? Mobley show up to, while this creep is sitting there just walking around being cocky and staring at these kids. From 10 to 16, 17. If them two ain't on, Mobley has been up there. I have eyes everywhere. Oh, he's right here. He is staying on top of this. Penrod gave us his word yesterday. He would stay on top of him. Where the hell is the rest of Louisiana? Where is the rest of the Louisiana Police Department? Because before this man took over, when y'all had your buddy system going, those previous to this new election, they was everywhere. 2 deep, 3 deep, stalking, writing tickets for license plates. We got Rich Bland's brother, Chris Bland, pushing meth out of Robin Morris's old shop. Been reported. That's just in our neighborhood. I can walk you through more. Not a damn thing. Do you know what it's like for my 10-year-old to say, why is she covered in white trash bags laying in the bushes? So when y'all want to call us drama, it's because we're the ones out here. We see it. We're dealing with it. We sat at Abel's the other night because of this dude, because he went after somebody else. And I do have more statements for you. This one's a 16-year-old he asked meth for. It's in my Jeep. And while we're sitting there, a homeless guy comes up. First, he asks for a glass pipe. Where can I buy one of those? Well, that's Erico. Then has the nerve to turn around because we were in paint clothes and there was other people there. They were in work clothes. Well, can I get a bubble from you? A bubble is meth at this point. That is how bad this is. You know what he said when he walked off? Well, this is Louisiana. We already heard. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Kelly, you could pick your head up and act like you damn about this community that pays your salary, please. Parents are tired. I have people reaching out from different states over things that has happened to me. I have nurses from NECC because this man decided to go up there where he just got out of. Girlfriend was an ex-CO. Well, she don't work there no more because of a relationship, but she sure drove her ass up there and pointed out vehicles and as he wrote down license plates. If you don't believe me, call the prison. But my kids can't stay in their home. And yes, we are going through Alex. Talked to him just earlier. He's in court. I talked to Lori. I'm going to keep doing this, but there is no need. And I'm not going to announce every single name, but from our house to E Street and on, there's a victim. Kids this big can't stand outside because he's doing 5 miles an hour and this, they're parking him, watching him.
Then we go to jail.
And that's what I told Diane Shannon when she said, well, we can't do nothing until he does something. So he has, so
Straighten your life, straighten your children.
he threatened to burn down the whole damn town. I'll be honest with you, because I'm me. I tried to. Point is, he don't care. You can't get through nothing to Diane, so you all know me. I got, like I say, I got A, B, and C. I'm going above Diane, and I know all this is life. I don't care. Just like I'm going to Jeff City with other things. I've had enough, but it's not just me. I would hand each and every one of y'all my phone if it wouldn't violate some people's privacy and see what they live with. Like I told him, I got on Facebook. I gave him props. Not once in my life have I gave that man props. When he showed up to my house, he was nothing but professional. I hope he keeps it that way, but you know what? Jones wasn't standing over his damn shoulder. And he was nothing but professional. And that tastes like crap coming out of my words with the history I have with him. Because I don't approve of it, everything that he's done, just like this town does it. But how do we drive 2 hours around every neighborhood? What's it gonna take, you all? This is your town. Or seriously, what is it going to take? Y'all want to build it up? How about we clean it up?
Thank you.
Don't forget you got people like Nancy that don't care about them. Right. Well.
All right.
Can I speak again since I got to speak? I was supposed to speak at the first of the meeting, but for some reason I got put at the very end of the meeting.
I'll give you 2 minutes if the council doesn't object. 2 minutes.
Okay. A little bit of what she said. For 8 years, I've been trying to find out why, but I walk down the street with my grandkids twice, man cuss me, throw shit at me, stuff at me, threaten me. Twice on the streets, once in the park. I filed complaints, they disappeared. I asked what was done, nothing was done, but it just happened the man lived with Chris Bland up to the bridge, who was a dispatcher at the time. I filed a complaint on Chris Bland for filing a false complaint on me. They come to my house and arrested me and drugged me out of my house 9 o'clock at night because they said I cussed the dispatcher and yelled at him, which according to y'all now is not breaking the law. And it wasn't breaking the law then, but I was drugged out of my house and arrested for it. And then the charges were dropped when they found out I had a tape recorder and there wasn't no yelling and there wasn't no cussing. I've talked to Don about this. You know about it, Don. And all my complaints I filed on city employee, Chris Bland. I filed on he's dead now, thank God. The person that did this stuff. Well, that's my opinion. I mean, when I gotta walk down the
That's
street
still
with my
too much.
grandchildren and the man can just cuss and throw things at me with my grandkids and the city police and the city council does nothing about it and loses the complaints, written signed statement complaints were just disappeared. But nobody knows what happened to them. And it didn't start until Kelly Henderson took over as city administrator. I got a petition to get her reelected. How many signatures are you gonna take on a petition to get another city administrator?
Your time's up. Thank you.
Well, thank you. for
Oh,
letting me
and by the
speak.
way, because I wasn't done, I remember what I was going back to was him. If you keep doing what you showed us the other night, and you get to know the people in this town. And stop doing shit like driving through the parks and all that unnecessary stuff, and like you might have a chance here, honestly.
Quit wrecking cars.
But as I told Motley, just stop.
There we go.
Your boss is the biggest reason, don't you do anymore.
Done. Media clarification.
No, actually, I wanted to speak real quick. So I'm Woodrow Paulson. I live at 620 North Fourth Street. At the public auction, the impound auction, weekend before last, I purchased a car from the city of Louisiana under the impression that it ran because it said it ran on the windshield and they announced that it ran. And as it turned out, after I wrote the check, and one of the officers told me, oh, by the way, it doesn't start because it needs a new battery. So I had to go buy a new battery, but I couldn't do so until the next day because of my schedule. And so when I went and purchased the new battery, I returned the next day to find that the car had been removed from the fenced lot area and it was put outside of the lot. And so I don't know at what point it happened, but the car was damaged significantly from the time I bought it and the time I came back the next day with the battery. It looked like the hood had severe damage. The front door, the driver door wouldn't open all the way because it was damaged. And I know it was new damage because I had photos of the car after I bought it. And there's bare metal and that wouldn't have been there because the car had been in the lot since last winter. So it would have had rust, obviously. But the big deal breaker was the fact that the car don't run. So I put the new battery in it. I called a witness to confirm that it does not in fact start. So my intention was to come to City Hall and to try and resolve the matter. I put a stop payment on my check at the bank. And so I plan to one day this week return with the title and keys. And I just wanted the entire council to be aware of the situation, what happened.
Appreciate it.
And I don't need clarification.
All right, thank you. Motion to adjourn, if there's no other business. Second, any discussion? Hearing none. All those say yes.
Yes.
Favor? Yes. Opposed? All right. Meeting adjourned.
All right.
No, what I gave, everybody wrote my hard copy. Because my original grant had so many errors in it that I went through it, so I apologize. Hey, guys, first. Hey, 4 P.
Got stuff